Hi, welcome back to the GymBox. Let's get ready to ride together. So just come on right out to your handlebars. Now, while we're warming up, I want to talk about our form really quick. First of all, make sure you've got all of your resistance turned off your bike. So it's very, very easy. Once you're at that point where it's really easy, I want you to just reach down and put a little load on your bike. Keeping it still easy, but you're just starting to engage a little bit of muscle just because we want to be pedaling with control. So once you have found that, perfect. Take a look down at your legs and make sure you've got a slight bend in both of your knees. While you keep that foot flat throughout the entire ride. If by chance you think you could lift your seat up a little bit, or maybe you need to bring it down, I want you to take a second and make that change. You'll be much more comfortable over the next 30 minutes if you choose to do that. The next thing, make sure your knee falls right over the ball of your foot. The way to test that is to bring your crate parallel to the floor here, foot flat, imaginary line draws over the ball of your foot. If you are too far forward, let's get your seat back. If you're too far back, move it forward a little bit, and you are ready to go. Slight bend in your elbows. Let's sit up tall, round our shoulders back, just release a little tension, and bring them forward. Drop your shoulder blades down, a deep breath in, big exhale, come down, and right back to your handlebars. Reach down and add a little load. When I ask you to add a little load, that just means you add enough so you feel just a little extra work. Right now, it's still easy. You're gonna get used to the work really quickly and you'll be ready to add more on in no time. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Think about tucking them into your back pockets and leaving them there for the next little while. It's gonna help keep your chest open so you can breathe a lot deeper. That is one key point in your fitness training, is learning how to breathe deep and controlled and taking in a lot of oxygen. You'll be stronger for it, so practice that now. Second thing, your core. You can't just be relaxed, it's always got to be engaged. This is the center where everything is powered from, so make sure from your sides you're pulling towards your center and you stay there. So you're always got a little tension through your torso. It's also gonna keep those hips really quiet in the saddle. We don't want any shifting. You're also gonna work your core keeping those hips quiet. So keep up the good work, let's add a little load. Now you should be breathing a little deeper. Getting the blood pumping through your body a little faster, feeling warm, and starting to feel a little energized, yes? Back of the neck, keep it long. Focus to the floor. From your head to your tailbone, a really long spine. Feels much better, doesn't it? So when you're always looking up, you're gonna get that kink in the back of the neck. So several times throughout our workout, focus to the floor, long back of the neck, all right? Now, if you're new to cycle, stand up, sit down as often as you would like. Whatever you need to do to complete our workout is what you should do. Add a little load. If that means for some reason while we're moving along, you feel like you've got to back all that resistance off and give your legs a complete break, that is completely fine. Just don't give up, don't stop. Take that break. When you're ready, put some load back on your bike and join us again, all right? Whew. So you've got a really nice smooth cadence here. If by chance you've got a shoe cage, you want to make sure that's really tight, or snug I should say, on your shoe. Think about pulling up against it and not pressing into your pedal, which is what we think we should do, right? When we ride a bike, we're gonna lift, we're gonna really utilize this huge muscle, your quadriceps here, and your hamstring. Big muscle groups. It's gonna help lift your heart rate, and it's gonna make you much stronger. So what we've got ahead of us are some rolling hills. You're gonna be a minute climbing, a minute flat road, a minute climbing, minute flat road. We've got 4 of those. I want you to reach down, add a little load. Try and keep that pace. Good work. Yes, you're feeling like you gotta lift a little more at the quads. Pulls with your hamstrings to the back of the room. Good job. Add a little load. I want you to feel that incline. You're starting to create it. Now, we're gonna rise up. Perfect. You want your glutes back tapping your saddle. Your chest behind your handlebars always. And very little pressure on your handlebars. You can pick up your hands. Yes, can you do that? Give it a try. Woo! Your heart rate should be picking up. You should be working hard, but you don't want to quit. Woo! Nice energy. 30 seconds. So you're halfway to the top of your first rolling hill. Rolling hills are so much fun. A lot of variety. Quick bursts of high intensity. Watch your breathing. It's hard to do, I know. You're gonna get to the point where you wanna breathe really short and shallow. Change that. Deep and controlled. Have a seat. Now, back off a little bit of load. If you can remember what you added, take that off. Flat road. You have 1 minute to lower your heart rate. Breathe a little deeper. Hydrate. Towel off. Get ready for that next rolling hill. You've had 30 seconds. You should be feeling better. Each of our heart rates are gonna drop at different times, but we should all have one goal, and that's to improve our recovery times. Means we're getting a stronger heart. Our fitness level's improving, but for sure, you can get moderate in 1 minute here. All right, load up. You've got that second roller. I'm leaving it up to you. How many small turns do you need to feel that incline? 4, 2, maybe 8. We'll stand. Come on. Start to attack that heel. That's the way. Heart rate on the rise. Are you starting to feel a little burn in your legs? If you are, nice job, you're working it. Come on. Woo! You're halfway. Glutes back, knees, they've got to stay behind your toes. Working very hard. Nice work, you're pushing a little bit more on the second one. Fantastic, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, have a seat. Unload what you added. Hopefully you remember. Pick up your pace a little bit. And try and relax. Take that heart rate as low as you can. Should be breathing a little deeper. Long spine, shoulder blades set down. And by now you're thinking, piece of cake, I'm ready to go, yes? I hope you're feeling that way. Now with the clock, keep it up. In 10 seconds, you're taking that third rolling hill. Remember, there are 4 of them. All right, load it up. Now, remember, whatever it takes for you to feel your incline, 2 turns, 2 quarter turns, 2 full turns, whatever it is on your feet. Come on. Heart rate, if you're working with a monitor, it is picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beats. Big change. Otherwise, you feel it. You're working harder. Maybe getting a little burn. You gotta focus on your breath. And for anything, you're getting a little more competitive and a lot more intense. Let's go. Woo! You're halfway. Come on. 10 strong seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it. Unload. Whatever it was you added, catch your breath. 1 minute here. Woo. Now, if your low back's bothering you, maybe it's your upper back. Sit up a little taller. Just stretch your spine for a minute. Another thing that can help is lift your handlebars a little higher. Couple things for you. If you want to take a second and make that change, go right ahead. All right. That fourth roller, are you ready? You better be feeling ready. You've had a minute to get your heart rate down, to catch your breath. In 10. Now, I'm trusting that you're putting a fair amount of load on your bike. I know you wouldn't cheat yourself. Bring it on till you feel that incline. 2 quarter turns, maybe a full turn, maybe 2 full turns, whatever it is for you. But it is feeling steeper, yes? Let's stand and climb, come on. Heart rate on the rise. Woo! That's the way. Tighten up. Quiet those hips. Work that core a little more. Throw the waist down. Lift up. Right on the top of your shoe. Nice. Now, I'm gonna trick you a little. 30 more seconds. We're gonna hold this one out. It's our last one. You could do it. Woo! Same intensity. Just hold it. You see the top. You're ready to round it. Ready for a little recovery? Because you deserve it. Woo! Ready? 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Unload. Catch your breath. Keep those legs moving quick. If you feel like you're not feeling any recovery, give yourself about 15 more seconds. You will, I promise. Breathe a little deeper. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes. Focus on you a little more, relax. All right, so back to comfortable. Not easy, not like when we warmed up. You've got some load on your bike, you haven't backed everything off. So you're always working with something. And keep in mind, your flywheel roughly weighs around 40 pounds, maybe a little off, maybe a little less. So keep that in mind. You are always working. We're gonna hang here. Now, when we hang here in comfortable zone, we're not wasting our time. Don't feel like you're not burning as many calories as you know you can. You're still burning calories, but they're from fat. And most importantly, we got to increase our aerobic base. That's where you're working with oxygen, and it's your endurance, how long you can maintain one intensity. We want that to be big. You will be stronger the bigger your base. So you need to spend some time here, several times during your training week. And for those of you that are just starting to exercise, this is where you want to stay most of the time. Those high heart rates, those are for you in a few weeks, all right? I want you to keep your cadence and add a little load. It's not gonna slow you down, but when you add that load, make sure you feel a little change. I'm gonna add a little more. There we go. I'm feeling a little extra work in my legs, but it doesn't slow me down. We're just gonna focus on our cadence here for just a few minutes. While we keep a steady pace, we're gonna add a little load to challenge our legs, increase our strength, and increase our heart rate. Steady, flat road. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Just listen to the beat of the music and tighten up that form. Make sure you look good. Woo! Heart rate's high, but not so incredibly high that you want to quit, or you're not even thinking about how much longer can I take it. You can last. It's endurance. You could ride this for hours, yes. Maybe your butt wouldn't like it, right? But your legs, your heart could take this. If you're saying no way, back off a little load, all right? We've been in and out of the saddle quite a bit already. So we're just gonna anchor in and try and log a few minutes right here. I promise you, you will get used to this saddle. I want you to hang on for 60 more seconds and then we'll stand and stretch our legs. Woo! Keeping that tempo in the legs. Fantastic. Breathing, still rhythmic, strong. Love your energy, keep it up. Whether you're riding with me today because it's one of your very first workouts, or maybe you have been working out with us for a long time and you are very, very fit, we can all benefit greatly from a 30-minute workout. That's the beauty of cycle. The resistance, you can challenge yourself, and we can all ride together. So keep up the good work. That's our 60-second mark. You're gonna add a little load, and you will not slow down, right? Come on. Did it make you have to fight for your cadence a little bit? Because if it didn't load up again, I'm loading up again. There we go. I wanna feel my hamstrings having to pull back a little more. We're going to stand and jog, and we're not gonna slow down, nor speed up. Perfect. Automatically, your heart rate's gonna rise a little bit once you stand on your feet, but it's not drastic yet. Woo! All right, if you're saying to yourself, my legs are gonna give out, I can't take much more, try and give me 20 more seconds. Come on. Stay here, stay here. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Do not slow down, but you can have a seat. Come on, keep working that cadence. Woo! All right, we're headed to our finish line. Lift, lift, lift. You are working with a little more load than you have over the last few minutes. So you should be feeling a little challenged, working hard, fighting for that cadence a little. Woo! I want you to give me 4 strong minutes, and then we'll start cooling down, taking it home and stretching. Stay, stay. I know you're thinking, can I stand? You can, but try and anchor in the saddle for just a little longer. Lift, lift, lift. Now all I want you to do is pedal a little faster. You can feel the change. You can see the change in your own pedal stroke, yes? You cannot go back. Whew. Heart rate's picked up. You gotta focus on your breath a little more. Now, same pace. Stand and run this time. No jog, it's a run, right? Your hand placement, wherever you're the most comfortable. If that's out here, right here, just lift your spine. Stay tall. Usually we save out here for our climbs, but you can go there if you'd like. How are your knees? In line with your toes? You gotta think about zipping your inner thighs together. Nice. Same pace, same pace. You're here for 15. Then you're back to the saddle. Let me warn you, you're gonna lose a little leverage. You're gonna feel like you're working a little harder in the saddle. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Perfect. Woo! Come on. Remember I asked you about 2 minutes ago to pick up your pace? Are you slowly losing some of that? Come on, think about it. Get a little more determined. That's the way. I want you working very hard and a little uncomfortable. We have both those zones that we gotta work. Your aerobic zone, we already talked about that. Now that anaerobic zone, where it's uncomfortable, puts a stress on your body. You adapt, you change. It's a stronger and a better you. They're both as important. We work them both, come on. Woo! Now we're gonna stay with the cadence. Stand and run, let's go. Good form. Great energy today. Bring that same energy to every class and you'll get the most out of it. Whew. Lift, lift, lift. Are you pulling up with your quads to the ceiling? Every time, get them higher. Crossing your finish line. Woo! Very nice. Now we've still got a few minutes to ride home. Stay here, stay here. Have a seat. Back off a little load. We're gonna bring our heart rates down just a little bit. Catch your breath. So you're breathing just a little deeper. Feeling a little more relaxed. Higher heart rates for the last good 20 minutes. Hopefully you've relieved some stress. Shoulders down, engage your core. Feel free to close your eyes. Just think about you and make sure you're breathing deeper. Steady work on your cadence. All right, if you're saying to yourself, I feel like I could have gone longer, join me next time for one of our 60-minute cycle classes. You can do it. Heart rates lower, hopefully lower than when we started. All right, sit up tall. We're gonna keep the cadence moving at the exact same pace. Round your shoulders back. You're gonna relieve that upper body tension. Active recovery, but you are still working. You are still burning calories from fat. Roll forward. Shoulder blades drop down. Out. A deep breath in. Big exhale and just take your focus to the ceiling. Just grow a little bit taller. Now come on down. Inhale. Clasp the hands behind you this time and press out. You're gonna get a nice stretch through your chest and the front of your shoulders. Release. Let's shake out our arms. Now I want you to slow your cadence down. Right in half. Reach down and back off all of your load. You'll be surprised how much resistance you have on your bike. All right, pull one arm across. Open up, overhead, tricep, so you gently press down on your elbow. Pull back on your fingers. Keep lifting tall. Have to remind myself, why do we always want to, slouch? We got to stand tall throughout our day and throughout all of our workouts. Engage your core. Other arm pulls across. Open up. Drop down on the elbow. Pull back. All right, you should be feeling really comfortable. Shake out your arms. Take your cadence so it's just barely moving. We're gonna drop one ear to shoulder. You're gonna feel a nice stretch along your neck. Head comes straight up. Take your ear to the other shoulder. Now roll side to side. Release all that tension through your neck. Hold your chin down. Come on up. All right, carefully come off your bike. So make sure you hold on to your bike as you come off, just in case you're feeling a little lightheaded. You're gonna pull one heel to glute. Hold that heel up into your glutes. Sit with a little bit lower in that supporting leg so you bend the knee. Push your hips forward a little more and then pull back your knee so it stays in line with the other knee. It's your hip flexor and your quad that we're targeting. Remember, if that stretch is a little uncomfortable for you to do, just foot back, bend both knees, tilt your hips forward, and you will get a nice good stretch to that quad. All right, release your stretch, cross over, have a seat, outer inner thigh. The further back you go, the more stretch you're gonna feel. Also a nice good stretch along your arms and spine. Just tuck your head down, chin down. Lift on up. Let's bring the other heel to glute. Bend the knee, hips forward. Align those knees. And of course, if you choose, foot back, bend both knees, hips forward, and just hold that, sit low. All right, lift on up. Let's cross over. Outer inner thigh, lengthen out. Tuck the head. All right, lift on up. Now, just one foot to the floor. Come on down. You're gonna lift your tailbone and you're gonna lift your toes at the exact same time. Just keep your spine long. Think about keeping it flat like a table. And keep the back of your neck in line with your spine. Keep lifting your tailbone and you're gonna get a bigger stretch for your hamstring, which is what we're after. Now roll on up. Shoulders back, other foot forward. Toes lifted, engage your core. Come on down. Lift your tailbone, spine long like a tabletop. Tuck your chin down a little bit. Lift a little higher through that tailbone. Bigger pull. Breathe a little deeper. All right, round on up. Step together, deep breath in. Big exhale, wonderful job. I can't wait to ride with you next time. We'll see you soon.